Welcome back to the show, everybody. We have a great one lined up for you today. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. We have a lot to go over. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and digperspectives.com, ladies and gentlemen. $2.38 trillion market cap for crypto. The market's up 1.2%. 61,100 plus for Bitcoin now. 3,300 plus for Ethereum. 112.8 billion plus for Tether market cap. USDC 32.8 billion plus. We'll see where Ripple, the real USD, comes into play here very soon. XRP 47 cents, up 0.2 on a 24-hour, off by 3.5 on a 7-day. You know, in just another 5 days, MiCA regulations in the European Union for 27 countries will now say that USD Tether is not a stablecoin, along with others. So, how much of that $112.8 billion market cap will be going away based on the EU no longer giving accessibility to USD Tether? We'll see. We'll see what happens here. And how long after those regulations roll out in another 5 days before we see the real US dollar launched by Ripple on the XRP Ledger and Ethereum network. Looking at the range of price between 47 and 49 cents. Boy, I caught it at 48 again. And I'm happy about it. I love this 2 for $1. It gets me all jazzed up. It really does. Not financial advice. I'm just telling you that's what's happening. But I am ready for things to turn around and go the other direction. Again, the reason I talk about Tether so much is because I don't know that we can get that turnaround for the market until we truly start to understand the way Tether's going to be dealt with on the global stage when it comes to regulatory compliance. We'll see how this goes. And I'm not just talking about reserves for USD Tether. I'm talking about those illicit transactions that were between China and Russia to help fuel the Russia-Ukraine conflict. That was testimony inside of the United States Congress. We'll see where that goes. Very quickly, I want to remind everybody, I Trust Capital is the best home for gold, silver, and crypto IRAs. If you don't believe me, click the link to my sponsor and try it for yourself and find out the empowerment at your fingertips to control your retirement and tax-free crypto. Oh my God, I love it. Then right here, ladies and gentlemen, shout out to Eleanor Terrett for this one. As per my reporting, she says, the Federal Reserve has granted Numisma Bank, founded by former Fed Vice Chair Randy Quarles, access to a master account and has updated its database to reflect so. Well, this is interesting on a couple accounts. One, I remember Randy Quarles. I believe he was one of those Fed chairmen that had to step down because of investments that were made. I believe he was, and forgive me if I was wrong, Randy, but I don't think that I am. And now here we're seeing he's been granted a master account. I asked Caitlin Long, you see this inside baseball? Because they wouldn't give Caitlin Long and Custodia Bank a master account. Isn't that right? It is right, and it's very, very wrong. Here's some Ripple partner news. Thunes, Ripple payments, Visa Direct, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, what this is all going to look like when it's fired up after legislative clarity. Love it. Want to see that door, that log jam opened. You can see right here, Visa works in collaboration with global remitters to enable partners such as Brightwell, Thunes, Remitly, Western Union, and others to do what they need to through digital remittances. Thunes is deeply involved, and so is Ripple Payments, ladies and gentlemen, to Visa Direct. Believe it, don't believe it, it's still true. And here's some more Ripple news you're going to like. Yeah, Michael Branch. If you're not following this guy, what are you doing? I mean, this is an OG in the house right here. Had his account hacked and came back. Has he gotten back to recover? I think he's close to getting back to where he was before he was hacked the first time around. Let's give Michael a follow. He's amazing. 10-cent tests use cases for trading settlements using digital yuan. And yes, you guessed it, mBridge, which we just went over a million times here on the channel. James Wallace has explained from Ripple, head of central bank engagement with XRP. that in fact, according to the BIS, that the XRP ledger is one of the models of mBridge, if not the only one, but we know at least one. So this is exciting to see that Tencent, which is also tied to Ripple, and here XRP drops. Well, you got to love this space. You know, everybody helping each other out when they see stuff. When Michael asked the question, isn't Tencent a Ripple partner? The answer is pretty much. Because Tencent, the $500 billion Chinese tech firm, invested $200 million into, or $200 billion, ready to invest $200 billion in Ripple technology. But I think it was $200 million. But either way, a lot of money into Ripple's technology from Tencent. You can see the tie. You can see it all coming together. And doesn't it make sense that XRP Ledger could in fact be mBridge, right? We know at least it is as a model, but the accepted model? I mean, doesn't that make sense? Isn't that what we're staring down the barrel of here? Wait till we get to the part about oil. Oh boy. And then here's just a reminder of a clip that's been around for quite some time, but you need to know it because the world's going to look very different very, very soon.
Ecosystem worldwide, and it takes it very seriously that Dubai is actually now at the center of everything that Ripple is doing as well, whether it is locally, regionally, or even internationally. And Ripple's well being in the UAE is a great testament to that.
There you have it right there. XRP has been approved by Vera, which we known, but the Dubai Financial Services Authority approval allows XRP to be used through Dubai for global money transfers. So again, all of these different regions of the world are being connected. And I believe if XRP Ledger wins as mBridge, doesn't it just make sense that there would be this bridge asset on a decentralized ledger that allows all of these different regions to transact, move value without having to accept someone else's tokens or CBDCs or stablecoins? Well, of course it does. And here's a geopolitical look at exactly how bad it is in the traditional monetary world financial system. Breaking news right here, Japan's top currency official warned that authorities stand ready to intervene in currency markets 24 hours a day if necessary. That's how bad it is in Japan, ladies and gentlemen. Something is going to have to change. And you know what? It's already happening. China has become Saudi Arabia's largest oil customer, accounting for more than 20% of the kingdom's oil exports. Now, there'll be those that tell you that the Petrodollar agreement hasn't ended. It's just in the middle of a negotiation. And I think that's most likely the most accurate reflection of where we are. You know, you can't really get full-on official statements from the right entities, but what we do understand is that Saudi Arabia is in negotiations with the United States for other things to be brought in to the agreement. However, in the interim, they have opened up to a more broad scale of accepting other currencies, including the Chinese yuan. Now, this to me is a signal that we are seeing the petrodollar agreement as it has been in place be unwound. And that is what has elevated the US dollar's status as a world reserve currency. And before that, it was the underpinning of gold. I do believe that the next underpinning, if done properly, can be the XRP ledger. That value protocol operates as a decentralized exchange for the world. Understanding that all these countries are tired of holding dollars, the dollar itself is exhausted as serving as the world reserve currency. We are going to need something to now replace the petrodollar agreement, and in a way that we can replace it that we will never be beholden to other nations to give us the credibility and support and dominance of the US dollar. And that, I believe, is the XRP ledger. And the fact that we could put plenty of reserves from all different parts of the world and the economy in a basket to back the dollar, and it will be stronger than it has ever been in the history of our country. I do believe that, and it's coming. Because the age of utility is coming, says Marcus in Fanger. Take a quick listen to this.
To come on chain, but that's now starting to really fall more in place. Think of Mika in Europe or Singapore or UAE, where you see frameworks really emerging. And so I do expect that we're really at the start of a paradigm shift whereby blockchain technology is really going beyond much of the hype and really into utility and powering financial activity much more going forward.
He's absolutely right. And you know what? This is why I say to all of us, remind ourselves, this space does not belong to us. We've been here a long time and it feels like it belongs to us, but it doesn't. There is a huge paradigm shift. The greatest financial paradigm shift in the history of mankind is among us, and it's happening now. And when that utility and institutions bring the liquidity inside of these protocols, it doesn't belong to us anymore. Beware, ladies and gentlemen. And that is going to be a moment where some will want to exit. That is going to be a moment where some will want to stake and use DeFi with their assets so they never have to exit. All of these things are coming, and I couldn't be more excited. There's no question about it. Here is Charles Payne right here sitting down talking to Daniela Cambone. I want you to listen to this quick clip of what he says about gold and dollars and petrodollar. Take a listen. They keep telling us. They keep telling us.
Gold has come on dramatically. Now, it's taken a lot of share from the euro, but it's also taken share from the dollar.
That's right.
So, yeah, so, I mean, it definitely is, you know, there's a lot of people who kind of like just dismiss this out of hand as like crazy talk and it's ridiculous. And those are the folks that always make me know it's going to happen because that's sort of arrogance, right? I mean,
bingo.
It's not ordained. And we're not doing the things that come with the sort of fiduciary responsibility of having the world's premier currency. So it's not gonna happen overnight, obviously. But the pieces, to your point, are being put in place. And the petrodollar, the development of the petrodollar was one of those things that cemented the dollar as the world's reserve currency. And so that does start to unwind. And we already know that Saudi Arabia does transactions in other currencies, particularly as they have a cozier relationship with China. So it really is amazing to me. I think India is something of the wild card here. The IN BRICS, the world's largest democracy. They just had a major election.
There you have it right there. Look, Charles Payne knows what's going on. The U.S. dollar is not ordained, ladies and gentlemen. And I say to you, because we're about to go into the Freedom Zone right here, and I cannot play all of this clip for you without being in the Freedom Zone. Hugely sensitive to what I've experienced with censorship on this channel. XRP and the XRP ledger has always been about avoiding World War III while maintaining the U.S. dollar dominance. The transition from the petrodollar underpinning the U.S. dollar and underpinning the real U.S. dollar with a decentralized exchange for the world, XRP Ledger can help bring balance to the world's monetary system like never before in human history. That's how big this is. Take a listen.
Said that this was needed for the plan or something like that. Why is this video being released now? What is the main thing we get from Saudi Arabia?
I mean, energy is...
No, petrodollar.
The petrodollar.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, we're going to take the rest of this conversation safely into the Freedom Zone. I hope you will join us. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. Go to digperspectives.com, click the Freedom Zone and come on in, or click the link underneath the video. And if you want, you can come into the DPMG. The window is open, ladies and gentlemen. You could join us in the DPMG in a membership and come on in there too, and you will get the Freedom Zone for free. We do a weekly private call, and we have tons of library of courses in there for things that you'd be interested in, like DeFi, staking, and other topics as well to gap fill any little area of knowledge that you need to fill in this space while you're here, as well as access to some of the brightest minds in the space in this group. There's no doubt about it. I will catch all of you inside the Freedom Zone. Here we go right now. Well, welcome back. Here we go, ladies.